Hello Pisces, welcome to your 2026 tarot reading where we are going to see what's going on for you in the year ahead. Happy New Year and welcome to Birdsong Musings Tarot. My name is Coco. If you are new here, welcome in. I hope that you consider subscribing to the channel, staying updated on the future monthly readings that I put out. And if you're not new here, of course, welcome back. Thank you for joining me again. So we're going to see what you can expect in 2026 in terms of overall themes, what you'll see more of in 2026 as opposed to 2025, your overall lessons, your overall advice, and then we'll see how you can best prepare for the year ahead. So kind of how you can gear up. Then we'll get some tarot cards, see what you're leaving behind, what you're moving towards, strengths, hopes, fears. We'll just get a lot of information. And then once I get all those cards, we will talk it through. All right, the first two cards you have are numbers 20 and 48. You've got Imagine, this person reaching towards the moon, towards space, and number 48, Poised, confidence, ready for something new, ready to jump to action. Overall themes here for Pisces. Okay. Wow, number 33, Peaks of Joy. Very nice to see. I feel like you're reaching for the stars because there's something about the sky in all of these cards, like clouds. Overall themes for Pisces in 2026. I think I said 2023 before, which is weird. You might have a cycle closing out that has been happening since 2023 because that is really what 2026 is all about. It's about cycles ending and new things beginning because it is in numerology a 10 year. You've also got number 35, Education, and a card did fly out and land on the ground, so I'm going to go grab that. The card that fell out is number 18, Magic Stream. You can see this card is very peaceful, so you may actually be going back to school, and it's really invigorating, really exciting. You're getting a new job or you're learning more at your job. Of course, we'll talk this through in depth in just a moment. Let's see, what are you going to experience more of in 2026, Pisces? Okay, whew, that just like flew right out. You've got Leaves, Renewal, Revival, and Progress. This is like a coming back to life energy. And underneath, you've got the Spring card. This is Rebuilding, Awakening, and Rebirth. So it's like the springtime of your life in 2026. You could feel like you're waking up from a long winter. Overall lessons for these Pisces, please, in 2026. And they're just telling me right now that they're showing me the dragonfly, and that's going to be a symbol for you in 2026. They're saying, like, if you see dragonflies a lot, that's a symbol for like a lot of progress that you're making. That's a good sign and a good omen. All right, let's see. Your lesson, number 19, the Keeper of Sleep. Pisces, you need to get sleep in 2026. You're learning how to surrender. Surrender to rest. Surrender to when your body and your mind need to rest. What is your advice for these Pisces? Okay. Persist. You've got persist as your advice. Let's see what else is coming out for advice. 3 cards. We're going to take them all because why not? Why not? I feel like this is the one reading of the year where I can just really go all out and just take all the cards that come out. All right. Your advice, the Weaver. There's something to get in balance with. You need to balance your physical mind, your spiritual soul, your mental health. So balancing all of those things, and it all comes down to love and healing. Self-love, coming from love, or engaging in loving relationships where you're putting love first. It's just what they're telling me. Let me dial into this message for you. Coming from love instead of coming from places of anger or insecurity or defense. It's just what's coming up here. It's like holding your heart and giving it the care and tenderness that it needs, but also doing that with other people. They're just telling me here that once you do it with yourself, it's going to ooze out of you. You know, like once you really give yourself the love and respect and grace and kindness that we all deserve is actually going to pour out of you. Okay, so that is just a really nice message coming out of this card. There's also an air of needing to come from a place of love in like arguments, in conflict. Yeah, there's just something there because there's something like a root thing that is perhaps leading you into conflict, and it might stem from insecurity. I mean, that's what I'm getting here. It's not insecurity only, it's kind of just like stress or tension in your own life. It's something about you and your internal world that leaks out to the things around you. Okay, so they're just telling me that it's important for you before the year fully gets started, you know, maybe before February begins. You can do this in January to get your mind and your body and your spirit right for the year. They want you to get quiet time and dial into especially your mental health, okay, is the thing here. Especially like your spirituality. If you don't have any certain practices for mindfulness or meditation, or like for tapping into your intuition, they do want you to focus on trying to build that. They're saying it's not so important to see it as a big thing. So they don't want you to see it as like this challenge or this obstacle or this thing that you have to do. Like they don't want you to have to put it on your to-do list is what's coming through. They're like, you have a strong big to-do list, and they don't want you to feel like you have to add to it. It's not something that should be stressful. It's something that should be enjoyable and attainable. So like taking 5 minutes even every day and being able to look forward to it, not seeing it as like a punishment or something that you absolutely have to do, that like you're being punished if you don't do it, right? So that's just something funny that's kind of coming through here with that card. And I feel like you have some kind of mental or psychological patterns of keeping yourself out of your body. So like unhealthy stress, unhealthy levels of stress maybe, that kind of keep you from eating right or taking your meds that you need to take or getting enough sleep. You know, that's coming through here in this card. But their message is very clear here. They're like, you need to balance that out and get that right. They're saying you can absolutely do it. It's not unattainable. And they're just saying it just needs to get right. It's not like this big thing that needs to get fixed. It's not like this fundamental issue. They're saying it's just, you just need to calm down. Like it's just this thing that just needs to smooth out, and then you'll be fine. Okay, so there's that message for you, Pisces. You've also got the waxing and waning card. This does also speak to balance, balancing out your emotions, because of course the moon represents the emotional world. You are also asked to get in touch with the lunar phases with this card. When is the moon waxing and when is it waning? Usually when the moon wanes, we are asked to take more time for ourselves, to pour more into ourselves, because energy is being lost. Whereas with the waxing card, we're gaining energy. That's when the moon is becoming bigger, when it's getting more light and it's going to be full. So that's when we have more energy. So do tap into that if you're feeling like, oh my God, why do I have so little energy right now? Don't worry, the moon just might be waning. There may be some need to like balance out your energy levels with the moon phases. So maybe if you can change your schedule around to align with the moon phases, or if you've noticed certain things like you get really anxious and jittery on a full moon, or on a new moon you feel like really tired, that's okay. It happens for a lot of us, especially people who have menstruation cycles that link with the moon cycles. It's very common. So they're just asking you to get in touch with that. So I'm just going to go ahead and talk through these cards, and then we will pull the tarot cards together. You've got number 20, Imagine. This is a card full of hope and optimism. You are making plans for the future, and you're kind of like tossing a fishing line out to your dreams and trying to bring them closer to you. You can see this person has a line attached to the moon, and they're like drawing it closer to them. This is a card of manifestation, creation. You are visualizing what you want for your future, and you are putting it into action because you've got the Poised card here. This is a card of action, of being on the verge of something, of making decisions to go for something. There's confidence, there's determination, there's goals, and this is you kind of like planning a goal at the beginning of the year and then setting out to actually achieve it. towards the later half of the year. This card also has celebration attached to it. So you are celebrating something, you're enjoying yourself. I think you are just feeling physically better in 2026, partially because you are taking a beat more often and you're getting more rest. You've also got number 33, Peaks of Joy. You can see this person, this little kid is just jumping for joy. There's a butterfly in the image, indicating that this is a time of change for you, but it's good change, it's positive change. And you are really looking to the sky, looking to the clouds, and setting your sights there. You're setting your sights to your North Star. You're seeing what's possible. You've also got number 35, which we touched on, the education card. So you are learning something new, and it's exciting, it's thrilling. It might actually be something about self-care that you are learning. You may be learning how to, tend to your body better. If you are somebody who struggles with chronic illness, this is you learning and reading about it and learning how to take better care of yourself, because you've got 18, magic stream. This is calm and flow and surrender. So I see you getting a lot more calm, getting a lot more tranquil. Everything you have learned up until this point will make sense, I feel in 2026 for you. And you are surrendering to it. You are realizing it. You are saying, oh, okay, this is why I had to go through all of this, because of this moment right now. It has prepared me for it. It has led me to be more experienced because of it. What you're seeing more of in 2026 as opposed to last year: renewal, revival, and progress. So you are going to see quicker moving energy. I'm not surprised to see that. We're going to have Uranus moving into Gemini, which is an air sign. Air signs are very quick. And we have Neptune and Saturn both moving into Aries, a fire sign. So it's going to be a fiery year. We've got the air fanning the flames. There's going to be a lot of change and a lot of quick moving energy. And I see you taking advantage of that. And this is renewal. So you are feeling like you maybe have recently gone through a rebirth, or you are coming out of, what I said before, you're coming out of a long winter, a hibernation period. So now it's there's a renewal of energy, there's revival, you're getting your energy back, you're getting your confidence back, you're getting your joy back, you're getting your drive back. It's going to be different for everybody depending on what you've been going through. Your lesson number 19, the keeper of sleep. This is you learning that you need sleep and rest, especially when something is a marathon and not a sprint. If you're going back to school, or if you have new things that you're learning at your job, if you got a promotion and now you have more responsibilities, the best way to handle it is going to be to balance your rest with your energy. So you're going to need to get good sleep. Maybe get those earplugs, take melatonin. There's just something here about your sleep cycle that has been disturbing you. And I do feel like it's attached to your mental health, the piece that we were talking about before. And there's also the need here coming through with this card to release and relinquish certain thoughts that you have, thought patterns or experiences that you ruminate on. There's just something here about letting them go and releasing them. So take that as it resonates, Pisces. We've also got your advice card, persist, keep going, basically. Be persistent, be stubborn, really. Mean every word that you say and remain loyal and true. Trust your vision and intuition. Stay the course and you will succeed. Don't give up. Your advice is to not give up even when things get difficult. Stay loyal to the people who mean a lot to you. Stay loyal to your goal and your true north. What are you leaving behind? We've got the Four of Pentacles. It was a year for saving for you, saving your finances, building up your wealth, building up your home space. So maybe working on your home, putting down new roots and building on that. You might have felt in 2025 like you didn't have enough, like you didn't have enough money, or like you didn't have enough confidence, like you didn't have enough, I'm just getting cash flow coming in opposed to the money leaving, really. So there was just a lot of difficulty or challenges with that. That's actually what you're leaving behind. So let's see what you're moving towards. Okay. Death, change, and transformation. Wow. Okay. 5 of Pentacles. You're transforming a scarcity mindset that you have about money. And the Queen of Swords. Yeah. You're transforming this way that you think about money, the way that you think about work, perhaps, and your career. There's just something like cyclical here, is what I'm being told, about the way that you think about money or your career or your job. It's like you never feel like you have enough, or in 2025 particularly, you were building and saving money, and in 2026 you might feel like, oh, okay, I'm losing money again. I'm losing money again. Why? But then you're here taking control of it. Queen of Swords. This is you planning and budgeting and doing better on that front so that you don't constantly feel like you are, you know, losing money, or like you have some kind of plan around it. Okay, so that's important for you, Pisces. I don't know what I'm doing with these cards. I'm like switching them all around. I don't know why I'm doing that. Yeah, the Hanged Man, there's you. That's your card in the tarot. You're getting a change of perspective on your money and your finances. You're changing how you think about it. I think that's really a big crucial part of it. And the Chariot, you're pushing forward with some new goals, new ambitions, and you have a lot of drive attached to your want to make more money, or your want to better establish yourself at your work, in your career, whatever it may be for you. You've got 3 of Pentacles underneath, indicating that you're working with people. You've got the Ace of Cups underneath. So it's going to be an interesting year when it comes to your finances. It may be a year where in the beginning you feel like hopeless, and you're like, oh my God, this is happening again with my money. I don't know why this keeps happening. But instead of getting lost in the desperation, you actually learn to take control of it, which is much needed. You learn to get a different perspective, and then it actually carries you forward with positive momentum. So that is a good message there for you. Your strengths, the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, you are definitely doing much better financially. There's a lot of pentacles here. So money, finances, resources, your career, they're really on your mind. This could also be your home and your health. So this actually might be like a health issue you've been having, okay? In 2025, you started getting more information about it. You started experiencing symptoms maybe, or it was just a year where you were trying to stabilize your health. And now moving into 2026, you are like, you know what? I'm going to get this together. I am going to resolve this. I am going to manage my symptoms the best to my ability. I'm going to learn the most I can about this. You've got the education card. I'm going to like get into the books about this because I need to figure this out. And getting a different perspective, getting that time to learn about it, it makes you feel so much more in control. And then your strength is your drive, your purpose with this particular thing. Let's see your challenges in the year for Pisces, please. Challenges are the Sun. Ooh, your confidence, your ego. That's a challenge for you. And you've got the King of Pentacles underneath. Yeah. You may have some kind of lack of self-confidence when it comes to making money, or when it comes to, you know, resolving this thing with your health, when it comes to your career, even at work, in the way that you like talk with your higher ups and your managers. There's some lack of confidence. 10 of Cups as well. There may be some things that unfold in your family life too in the year of 2026, or have been unfolding in 2025, and they might have you a little bit stressed out. Okay, so just a heads up on that. But just because this is a challenge, it doesn't mean that it's going to be bad. It's just going to be the thing that needs a little bit more of your energy. And we always have that one thing in the year that needs a bit more of our energy, right? So that's going to need a little bit more from you, Pisces. Let's see how your guides want you to act in 2026. 7 of Swords. That landed like perfectly. 9 of Pentacles. In order to establish yourself at your job, in order to be the most independent, self-sufficient, successful version of yourself, which is the 9 of Pentacles, you're going to need to be smart, be logical. You may need to strategize more than you ever have. If there are shortcuts that you can find, utilize them, okay? That's what the 7 of Swords is really good at. This is somebody who is very logical. They are smart. They are trying to find a shortcut to this issue they are having, and they're doing it in a way that is most beneficial to them. And there's a need, your guides are saying, to think about yourself here. Think about your own success. Think about your money. I know that you Pisceans are very loyal people. You're very generous. You're very caring. And I think that can keep you kind of boxed into certain places, especially career-wise. So your guides here are saying, be an independent thinker, okay? Be innovative with the things that you do to make money or gain success. Being self-sufficient here is a big deal for you in the year. How else do you guide them to act, please? How else do you guide them to act? Thank you. The Strength card, yeah. 7 of Cups as well. I'm not taking these two. I don't take the bottom 2 when one turns up. So you have a lot of options. You have a lot of options, and they want you to be brave in the face of like fears that you have, lacks of self-confidence that you have. They want you to know that there's more ahead of you. There's different options that you have in terms of gaining success and money, or gaining clarity on your health, on anything that has been affecting your body or your mind, okay? So Pisces, that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope this was a helpful reading. If it was, please consider liking the video, subscribing to my channel, or dropping a comment. I will see you next time. I'm not sure if I'm putting out January readings, but definitely for February, okay? So I will see you for those readings for sure. Take very good care and enjoy the beginning of the new year.